I raised another man's child for 10 years, and I had no idea. For most of my life, I thought I had the perfect family. My wife and I had a son named Daniel. The day he was born was the happiest day of my life. I held him in my arms and promised I would always protect him. And for the next 10 years, I did exactly that. I worked long hours to give him a good life. I paid for his school, bought him birthday gifts, taught him how to ride a bike, and stayed up all night whenever he was sick. I loved that boy more than anything. Then one night, everything fell apart. I came home earlier than usual from a business trip. The house was dark. My wife wasn't answering her phone. As I walked upstairs, I heard voices coming from our bedroom. A man's voice. My stomach dropped. I opened the door and found my wife in bed with another man. The world stopped. I can't even describe the feeling. It was like 10 years of my life shattered in a single second. I filed for divorce immediately, but that wasn't the end of the nightmare. A few weeks later, during the divorce proceedings, her lawyer requested a DNA test for our son. At first, I didn't understand why. Then the results came back. I wasn't the father. I read the report over and over, hoping I was misunderstanding it. I wasn't. The boy I had raised for 10 years wasn't mine. When I confronted my wife, she finally confessed. The affair hadn't started recently. It had been going on for over a decade. The man I caught in our bedroom wasn't some new lover. He was the same man she'd been seeing behind my back since before our son was born. For 10 years, she looked me in the eyes every day and lied. For 10 years, I paid for everything while the real father lived his own life. I felt sick, but the darkest part came later. A few months after the divorce, I discovered something that made the betrayal even worse. The biological father had known all along. He knew the child was his. He knew I was raising him, and he never said a word. The two of them had agreed to keep me in the dark because I was financially stable and willing to provide for the child. I wasn't a husband. I wasn't a father. To them, I was just a wallet. That realization nearly destroyed me. I stopped answering calls. I stopped seeing friends. I barely left my apartment. The only thing that kept me going was Daniel, because none of this was his fault. One day, he showed up at my door. He was crying. He looked at me and asked, "Did you stop loving me because I'm not your real son?" I broke down. For all those years, I thought I had lost a son. But in that moment, I realized he thought he had lost a father. I hugged him and told him the truth. No matter what any DNA test says, you'll always be my son. Today, I still carry the scars of what happened, the lies, the betrayal, the years that were stolen from me. But if I could go back and change one thing, I wouldn't. Because even if the truth was dark, the love I had for that boy was real.